Alright, and we are back. I didn't grind the anything out at work today, but I did stop by and pick up a Harbor Freight angle grinder. And this was cheaper than I thought it would be. I know Harbor Freight's cheap, but this was literally like $13.99. So if it doesn't work, that's why. This is like eBay cheap, except I walked in a store and then walked out with it. I mean, Harbor Freight basically is the eBay of tools. So they even gave me a year warranty on it. I wasn't gonna get a warranty, but then the lady was like, well, I'll give you a 20% off whatever, and then it'll pay for itself. And I was like, okay. And yeah, it didn't pay for itself. It ended up adding like $2, but I don't know if I'd ever take it back to use the warranty, but she said it helped her job, commission, whatever. But boom, that's what you get in the box. Looks like an angle grinder, and you got a plug, and you got the little tool to break it loose and put a new disc on. And actually, and it comes with like a little handle. I guess that goes into. It can go in either side. It's ambidextrous. So, you know. There we go. Okay. So it did not come with a disc, of course not. So had to make sure I got myself a disc. All right, and there we have it, folks. We got a disc. We got an angle grinder. We're about to do some grinding. So let's oh, well, I did get some other goodies too. Let's see here. Oh, got me some Allen wrenches, a whole set for like $1. This is not sponsored or anything by like Harbor Freight. I have no sponsors. This is all you know, funded in-house, but it's just crazy. $1. eBay can't even compete with that. So let's go run outside and grind away on this thing, and let's put this turbo on. Let's quit playing around. Alright, now normally I would say go ahead and take the turbo back off and stuff so we can grind that down, but I actually think I'm gonna grind the studs down while it's still attached to the turbo. So let's see how that goes. Oh, we're beautiful. Look at this. Look at that. So now grind it off a little bit right there and right there. We're good to go. So now that that'll work, let's go ahead and let's put the turbo on the car. Alright, you're gonna try a new angle today. Gasket was like a little metal layered steel gasket, and it actually looks better than the new cheap like one layer gasket, so we're gonna go with that. Old gasket it is. Alright, now it's time to drop her in. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Oh, ain't it beautiful? Ain't it beautiful right there? We're definitely one step closer, and just judging by the clock on the turbo, everything's pretty close. The drain line's a little over to the right too much. No big deal, I'll just run the line over there. I would have had it, I wanted it more kind of straight, but it will work. So I'm going to throw the rest of the exhaust bolts on, or exhaust nuts on, and tighten that down, and then I got to tighten down the wastegate, and maybe I can go ahead and throw the downpipe on here in a second. So yeah. Alright, I gotta go grab the downpipe gasket. About forgot that. 1 minute. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to go over is on the turbo where it's got that little hole on the exhaust side. Hey Ellie, hey. But where it's got the little hole on the exhaust side, that's actually for if the turbo had an internal wastegate. Ellie's jumping around. And if it had an internal wastegate, that's where the exhaust flow directs through. And if you're running an external wastegate like I am, you need to make sure that your downpipe has a flange like this, boom, and it just blocks off that port. Because if you have one that's mouthed open over this whole area, if the pipe comes over here, it'll actually reroute your exhaust straight out and it won't spool the turbo. It'll be like the wastegate's stuck open all the time. So gotta have that port blocked off. Some people weld them shut. On this one it's just open, there's no flap or nothing in the way because it was a cheap turbo. But yeah, get the right downpipe for your application. Oh yes, the downpipe came out pretty good. Let's take a look at it right here. Alright, there it is. I don't have it tightened down yet, but just bolted straight on, and there is how it sits up underneath the car. Let me see if I can focus. It hugs pretty tight, not too tight, not too loose or anything, but I think it'll work as long as we're not going to be running like super slammed like we were before. Pretty happy with it so far. But yeah, so I'm gonna get all this tightened down. And oh, another thing I was gonna mention while you have your front bumper off is actually to try and check the clearance. I can't really see it right here. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Let me come under here. No, okay, but try to check the clearance between the top of your wastegate and the actual hood. On Integras it's not as bad, you have a little bit more room, but on Civics especially, you're probably going to have to cut some of the support out from underneath your hood where the wastegate sits. If not, when you close your hood, it's going to put a ding in it, and there's nothing like, I've seen so many turbo Civics that are thrown together that have that like infamous like one ding like right in here. And well, that about wraps it up for today. I got the turbo on there and the downpipe on. I really need to go over every nut and bolt and make sure everything's tight, but I did want to go over, somebody had asked me about the budget and where I'm at in the budget, and I just wanted to go over that, and I've been keeping a pretty good track of it here lately. Let's see, I'm gonna add it up as we go. The car was $1,000, so we got $1,000 right there. Turbo kit was $500, so we're at $1,500 total. Then we have the fuel pump, that was like $27. We're gonna round that off to $30. Then the clutch was $78. We'll round that off to $80. The oil drain fittings that I got from Home Depot to weld on to make it work, because the stuff that came with the turbo kit didn't work. I rounded that up. It was 11, so we'll round that up to 15. The injectors, which normally don't come in a turbo kit, but my turbo kit I got from a friend and he never used it, so it included the injectors. So normally you'd be looking at about $100 there, but mine was a zero. So came out good on that. I had to buy some studs for the T4 flange on the manifold. That was 13. We'll round that to 15. The radiator, I had to buy a small radiator that was $65 rounded off. And I bought some turn signal housings because the ones in the car were just busted out of it from where he had gotten in a little accident. And that's another $20. So total to date, we're looking at, can you see that? $17.25 into the car so far. Oh, we forgot chipping the ECU. The ECU chipping and base map. That was $80. So the real grand total is $18.05, and that's rounded off because I just want to make it simple, and even numbers is good. So we're looking pretty good. We're looking well under the budget because the original budget was $3,000 for 300 wheel horsepower. So honestly, that leaves room in there for if we can't make 300 wheels, say if the motor's hurt or something, or it cracks a ringland or just something out of the ordinary. I got some room to play, and we could replace something if need be. It'd be awesome if I could get 300 wheel horsepower for $2,000 in, but already I'm looking like I'm going to bust $2,000 just with the tune, because J Mills tuning I think is like 300 flat for Hondas for the tune. Might be a little bit less because now he doesn't have to chip the ECU. It's already been chipped. So, but yeah, gonna try to get the intercooler piping on next, and I mean we're here, we're at it. It's boost time, and there's no more playing around. I still do need to get some springs though. I had a friend of mine that had some stock springs, and that's fallen through. So I think I may just order some like eBay whatever. I hate them, but just order some like eBay springs, because anything is better than what it has. The cut springs are dangerous. I don't know if anybody's paid attention, but when I've showed them, some of the springs are like outside of the seat where they're supposed to, and they're like coiled around the brake line, and they're all kinds of bad, basically. I'll show that when I change them out, but they really need to be changed. So that's where we're sitting at with the Integra build though. I got everything wrote down. I have horrible handwriting, so I don't even know if it'll pull it, if you can read it, but that's everything right there for a grand total of like $1,800. But yeah, so let's keep on rolling. Thank you for watching. Almost at 600 subscribers. Really looking forward to hitting 1,000. So just like, comment, email me if you need to. I just started up a Instagram, and it's just Motor Nubs. That's the Instagram. So follow me on there. I'm going to be posting some pictures and stuff, and just keeping the ball rolling. So thanks for watching, guys. This is Brandon with Motor Nubs, signing out.